Hello everyone, my name is bluerangutanwastaken, but you can call me Tang for short. Okay, so most people's first animated video is, I don't know, about like their first date or the first time they got high. That's a pretty popular one for these animation channels. But the thing is, I have never even hugged a woman I'm not related to. Yeah, that's probably not a flex. 17. I've never hugged a woman who I'm not related to. Never kissed anyone, and yeah, believe it or not, I'm still a virgin. And I've never gotten high. The closest thing I was to getting high was during my emergency medical responder course. The teacher wanted us to all try Entonox, which is it's more commonly called on the internet galaxy gas. It's the stuff that Kanye is addicted to. But yeah, he wanted us to try Entonox because he wanted us to know what it was like before we gave it to patients. So yeah, I can't really tell either of those first date or first time I got high stories. So instead, I am going to tell the story of the time I diarrheaed all over the stall at my old lifeguarding job. And away we go. Okay, so on December 31st, 2024, I had a lifeguarding shift from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. However, the previous night, I had eaten almost a whole bag of, those sweet chili heat Takis? I'll put a picture of them right here. Yeah, they're surprisingly good, but, probably shouldn't have had a whole bag. Okay, so I wake up the next morning and I have to go to my shift. And immediately as I wake up, my stomach starts to hurt. And I swear to God, it feels like I ingested bleach. So when I get to my shift, it was like 5:40 something. I don't remember. It was like it's August 8th, 2025 when I'm recording this, so like almost a whole year ago. Somewhere around 5:40, it doesn't matter. I didn't start until 6 though. But there were two others there. We'll call this one Julie, and we'll call this one Aubrey. And Aubrey was the deck leader, which pretty much meant that she told everyone what to do. And if there was a patron wanting to talk to the manager, even though she technically wasn't the manager, we just directed them to her. So when my shift started at 6 a.m., Aubrey told me that since there are only three guards here, I had to do a double bump. So pretty much what a double bump means. So in lifeguarding, a bump is how long you are watching the pool for. And typically a bump is only 20 minutes, but since there are only three guards, I had to do a double bump, which meant 40 minutes. So for the first like 20 minutes of my shift, I feel fine. Around halfway into my 40-minute bump, my colon tells my brain, hey, remember that bag of sweet chili Takis you had last night? Well, we kind of need to get rid of those. Now! So now my stomach starts hurting, and I'm just like, oh Jesus Christ, why today? Because personally, I don't like using any toilet to shit in besides my own. Like, you know that song from Family Guy?
I can't poop in strange places. I can only poop in my home.
Yeah, I can't. That's the most relatable song on earth for me. But my colon is sending pain signals to my brain like its life depends on it. And for the last 5 minutes of that 40-minute bump, it's not even explainable how horrible I feel. I mean, it was like top five worst pains I've ever felt in my entire life. But thankfully, at 6:40 a.m., I get bumped. So after I got bumped, I still had to do a change room check. So pretty much what a change room check is you walk through, the change rooms to like make sure nobody has overdosed in there because I kind of live in a shithole town, and people overdosing in those change rooms, believe it or not, have happened a lot of times before. So it's pretty common to see someone just fucking ODing in the change room. So you gotta do a change room check. So I was trying to go as fast as humanly possible, but if I ran, then that would have made me shit my pants. So I was just trying to find a middle ground between walking fast, but not running so that I shit my pants. So I just walked fastly while holding in the worst diarrhea ever. So after the change room check, I book it for the lifeguard office and I book it for the staff bathroom. And when I'm in the process of sitting on the toilet, I just shit. Hey, so I actually can't have any visuals for pretty much the rest of this video because, YouTube doesn't really like um, visuals of this kind of stuff. So here's a video of me drawing. So thank you for understanding. This is Dante Robinson from the Backyard Sports Games. I love those games. I even have like 100-something hours in Backyard Baseball 2001. But yeah, anyway, love you guys. Enjoy the rest of the video. And I just absolutely just fucking spray yellowish orange diarrhea all over the change room toilet stall. I'm talking, it gets all over the toilet seat, all over the ground. It gets on my underwear, it gets on my swimsuit, it gets on my socks, it gets all over the lower half of my body. Matter of fact, the only place the diarrhea doesn't end up is in the toilet bowl. I mean, the fucking inside of this goddamn toilet bowl looks clean enough to eat from. And I'm over here thinking, oh, so this is how I get fired. I mean, it genuinely looks like the scene from SML where Mario is trying to get Shrek to shit out his wedding ring, and Shrek shits all over the bathroom.
Oh, Donkey! Oh! Oh! Donkey, I can't see, am I blind? Oh! Oh, Shrek! Donkey, help! I can't see, I'm blind!
Take your goggles off, Shrek!
Oh, that's right, Donkey. Oh! Oh, I can see, Donkey.
Shrek, look! How did you get it everywhere like that?
I don't know, Donkey, but whoa! I feel so much better now.
Did the ring come out?
Oh.
When I was a kid and watched that scene from SML, I laughed and just thought, oh, that never happened to a normal person. Well, as a 17-year-old, well, I was 16 at the time, but whatever, almost adult, I watched that scene, and it brings me back to this memory. Okay, so I try to wipe my ass with the toilet paper, but the toilet paper they had at this fucking pool I used to work at is the least absorbent material on the planet. That toilet paper wasn't absorbing a goddamn thing. I may as well have been wiping with straight nitrile. And dude, at this point, I'm about to cry. The entire lower half of my body is covered in diarrhea, and my asshole feels like I'm getting fucking branded with a fucking 7,739 degree branding iron. So I get up and have a shower, and I'm needing to spread my cheeks like Bonnie Blue and use the shower as a bidet so that, I could attempt to get clean. So thankfully that works, but I still have shit all over my legs. So I have the world's fastest shower ever because I need to bump at 7 a.m. Yeah, all of this took place over like 20 minutes. Okay, so it's 7 a.m. and Julia, or Julie, whatever I called her, that wasn't her real name, goes into the guard room and knocks on the male staff change room door and asks me if I was okay. So I say yes, even though I'm about to cry, and I say that I'm almost done. She said okay, and she left. So I've had a shower. I'm all clean now, or I don't know how clean I was, but I feel clean. And I put on my backup underwear, swimsuit, and socks. And I'm just thanking God that I took my lifeguard shirt off before the incident because I would have probably had to wear someone else's sweaty guard shirt if I didn't. But here's the thing, there's still orangish yellow diarrhea all over the stall, and my shitty underwear, swimsuits, and socks are still there. But I still need to bump, so I just leave it for now and pray that no one goes in. So I bump, and I apologized to Aubrey for the late bump and told her that I was fighting demons on the toilet. Of course, I left out the part about the diarrhea all over the stall, but she said it was all good since it was New Year's Eve at 7 in the morning. There's not really a whole lot of people here. Or, it was more like 7. It doesn't matter the time. It was more like 7:10, but whatever. But yeah, most people are in fucking Hawaii or whatever. So yeah, it was pretty fucking empty. But for that whole bump, there was just diarrhea all over the male staff change room. So thank God I was the only male guard for the first 2 hours of that day because I was so worried one of the other male guards would come, see that, and report me. But that didn't happen. I was the only male guard on that shift for 2 hours. So after that bump, I told the deck leader, it wasn't Aubrey anymore, it was another woman, we'll call her, it doesn't matter, we'll call her Deborah. I told Deborah, the new deck leader, that the male staff change room was disgusting. That's not a lie after what I did to it, and that I was going to be cleaning it for the next few bumps. And she said that was fine, so pretty lucky there. Okay, so technically, the procedure for cleaning bodily matter, so like blood, fecal matter, urine, etc., is cleaning with bleach. But the only bleach bottles were in the blood kits around the pool deck, and if Aubrey saw me grabbing the blood kit, she probably would have gotten suspicious. So I look under the sink in the staff room and see a bottle of what we call neutral, which is pretty much water mixed with Dawn dish soap. I don't know why I said pretty much, that's what it is, water mixed with Dawn dish soap. So I put on some nitrile medical gloves and go to the change room with the neutral bottle, and I clean the stall with the neutral and the world's least absorbent paper towels known to man. But after I don't know, 30 minutes, I end up cleaning the stall of all the diarrhea. Okay, sure. The change room still smelt like the inside of Catherine Kamak's belly button, since the garbage can was full of my shitty socks, underwear, swimsuit, and a fuckload of shitty paper towels. But I covered all the shitty paper towels with clean ones in the garbage, so the smell wasn't as strong, but it still smelled horrible in there. But, it never actually smelled great in there, so it was fine. So, yeah, after that, the shift goes pretty normal. It was extremely busy because afternoon during a school break is usually pretty busy. But I'm used to that, and at 2 p.m. when my shift ended, I swam with my friend Jared until the pool closed at 4. Hi Jared. Know you're watching this. I love you. Yeah. Okay. Was this avoidable? Yes. Hindsight is 2020. I should have just called to Aubrey and said I needed to use the restroom. But the pain was just so bad. I just didn't think about it. Seriously, that pain I felt in the last 5 minutes of the 40-minute bump was genuinely some of the worst pain I have ever felt in my entire life. So, moral of the story, if you need to shit while lifeguarding a pool, just call to your coworker to take over. Don't wait, or else you'll lose a good pair of socks, underwear, and a swimsuit. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you could please like and subscribe, I would very much appreciate it. Again, thank you, and I just love you guys so much. Yeah, have a great rest of your day.